Okay, the lighting is weird. We're not gonna worry about that. Hi, I'm back. I'm Dulcie. It's been a minute. I know that. Can I explain? Kind of. I start class today. It's Monday, and I'm officially late. So some habits you don't grow out of, but that's okay. I'm gonna get ready for the first day of school, the first day of class, and it's currently 1:40 p.m. My class is at 4, but I need to pick out what I'm gonna wear. I need to do my hair. I need to do my makeup. That's a lot for just one class. Not even gonna lie. You know what? We're just gonna do it because why not? Because my time management skills, awful, literally insane. So while I'm getting ready for the first day of class, I am going to be giving out some school advice that I wish somebody would have given me in high school and in college, because it's hard out here, especially coming from a first gen student. Like, I can just imagine like the rest of the first generation students, and they're like, what the hell is going on? What do I need to do? Somebody give me some advice. I got you. Okay, so let me just try to get myself together somewhat, and we can do my makeup while I give out some advice. Cool. Okay, so the lighting is kind of better. I did my hair, I did my makeup. So now it's time for the advice I wish that somebody would have given me when I was in high school and in college, which I'm in right now. For high school, I think that one of my tips has to be to go to all your classes, regardless of whether or not you like them. You're there to get your diploma, and then that's it. You're not there for anything else. It's not cute. No, it's completely ridiculous to be skipping your classes when you know at the end of the day that you're gonna need them. You hear so many people that are seniors and they're looking back and they're like, oh, I wish I didn't mess around in this class. I wish I didn't skip this class as much as I did because now I'm behind. I need to retake it. Now I'm gonna be stuck with a bunch of freshmen and sophomores and everything. Take your class serious, okay? Even if you don't like the work, if you don't like the teacher, if you don't like what you're learning, and you know you need it to graduate, just do the work. Do the work. Tip number 2 would be don't be rude to your teachers. It's bad enough that they have to be like handling so many other rude students as well. So if you go into school with an attitude because you're already having a bad day or you don't want to do any work, you're just making it more difficult for yourself and for your teacher, for both of you to do what you need to do in order to get your ass to graduate. Like, it's one thing where your teacher is genuinely being rude and disrespectful to you, but it's another thing where you're just having like a bad day and you just need someone to take it out on. Whatever you're facing, you need to leave that outside of the classroom so you can be able to get your diploma and get out. So I feel like this tip has a lot to do with what I've been saying. Do the work. You don't want to be that person that falls behind because you decided to act out in class. Because again, if you're a junior or a senior, especially a senior, and you end up falling behind because you were clowning around your first 2 years, then you're basically setting yourself up for failure. Like, there's no other excuse. Like, you only have yourself to blame if you don't do the work. Next, be selective of the people that you keep around, especially in your friend group in school, because I promise you, hello? Okay. I feel like that's a lot. That is a lot. Jesus. I promise you, not everyone in school, especially high school, is your friend. Like, you need to be so selective of the people that you keep around, because so many people are going to be haters. And for what? Like, I don't understand. Why is there a need to hate on someone that you're never gonna see in your life after you guys graduate? I've seen so many people that claim that to be best friends, yet they do the worst to each other. They completely talk shit about each other's back. They get into like these petty arguments, and then they come back like everything's fine. I'm like, what kind of friendship is that? No, I don't want me and my alleged friends to be fighting over some ridiculous shit, or because of like a guy, or because of something that happened at like a football game or something. Like, be careful of who you keep around, because the opportunity that will present itself for your friends to talk shit about you, they will. You could have done absolutely nothing wrong and people still find an excuse to talk about you. And it's sad, but it's true. I don't recommend dating in high school, only because you only are surrounded by the people that you've known since like elementary school in some cases. You don't want to be involved in a pointless relationship where like you know that is not going to be going anywhere. I feel like that's just a waste of your time, a waste of your partner's time, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your whatever. I don't recommend doing it. I strongly recommend hanging out with some of your friends outside of school, because a lot of people are one way when there's teacher and faculty and like security or whatever. But then when they're outside of school, you see what kind of person they truly are and how they treat other people too. So that's why I said before, it's so important to be selective of who you keep around, because not everyone is going to be your friend, no matter how much they're like, oh, you can trust me, like I got your back, this and that. No, they are not your friend. It's important to know who you're surrounding yourself with, especially in school, because some friendships really do last like a lot, even when you guys like graduate and everything. So it's important to know what kind of company you're keeping around. And that's when you can ultimately decide, oh, hey, I really like this person. I want us to continue being friends even outside of school. Or, hey, I don't like how this person is when we're not in class. Like, this is an actual bad person. Another would be, when making friends in high school, is to not limit yourself to a certain niche or to like a certain friend group. I cannot tell you guys how I absolutely hated the friend groups that were in high school, because you know, like the stereotypical, like the athletes hang out with the athletes, jocks with jocks, like nerds with nerds, and like they would make it their entire personality. I never had like this one certain clique or friend group. It's incredibly important not to limit yourself to one certain friend group or to one certain niche, because out in the real world, like you're not gonna meet those people again. Like those people aren't even gonna matter when you graduate, and they can actually be like, the people in that friend group and that niche can actually be so fucking rude for no reason. Like, there's so many reasons why to keep talking to like different kinds of people, because you never know what could happen in the future. Friendships shouldn't have to feel like work. Friendships should feel like friendships. It should be effortless. Like, there's no need to be competitive with one another. There's no need to talk shit about each other if you guys are truly friends. Moving on to college, what I recommend first and foremost is to keep all your syllabuses, whatever. Keep all of them in check. Make sure you have them. Professors usually email them before classes start, so you have an idea of what you guys are going to be learning like each week. And it's incredibly important to be organized, because if you're taking like 5 classes, you need to make sure what you're going to be doing. You need to make sure that you have everything in order and in check, or else you're going to fall behind with everything else that you have to do. Make sure that you are comfortable in the class that you are in. If you don't like the class, if you know like that class isn't for you, if you don't like the professor, if the professor is giving you weird vibes, then get out. Do not stay in a class where you're like incredibly uncomfortable and you know you're not going to do well. You could always take the class with another professor at another time, another point when you're in college, or you can try to do it online, or you can try to like find an alternative to fulfill one certain credit that you need to graduate. This is another one that I honestly really did have difficulty with, especially as a first-gen student, and it was that it's okay to ask for help. And I definitely knew that I needed help when I literally was in the first day of classes and I was like, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what I'm doing. And I also wanted to go to law school. That was like the first thing on my mind, and I was like, how do I apply? Like, I know I need to take the LSATs, but like, how do I study? Where do I go? Like, do I need to pay for it myself and everything? And just so many questions. And I talked to my advisor about it, and she was like, oh, I can connect you with this person. And I was like, oh, okay. So she sent an email to like this one woman, and she like CC'd me, and they were like, oh, we can set up a meeting. And I was like, oh shit, like, okay, cool. They did it over Zoom, and she was like, you're interested in law school? And I was like, yes, I am. And then she was like, well, it's kind of early for you to be thinking about like when and where and how to apply, but these are all the resources and information. This is like a useful website that you can use. Like, make sure you're like constantly checking it, make sure you have like prep. There's like free resources for all that. It's okay to ask for help. Like, for example, if you don't like the major that you're doing anymore, like you came in and you're like, oh, hey, I'm really into nursing. I really want to do nursing. And then you get into it and you're like, actually, this is actually really bad. I don't want to do this anymore. No shame at all in switching. There's no shame in starting over. When you're in college, all your pride goes bye-bye. There's no pride in college. I was talking to my roommate about this last night, and she's like, I hate asking for help, this and that. And I was like, girl, you're in college. There is no pride. You graduate with your degree, but your pride is done. You don't have any more. But you know what? Let's get this degree, I guess. So it's important to not allow yourself to suffer when you know that there are other resources out there that are available for you to take advantage of. And speaking of taking advantage, that sounded so bad. Take advantage of the resources that your school is offering. If they offer free workshops about how to get into like the field that you're interested in, or if they're like building resumes or like LSATs, or they do like these kinds of clubs or something, take advantage of every opportunity. Take advantage of it. It's what it's there for. You're not paying like tens of thousands of dollars for you to be completely lost and confused about what's going to happen next. Ask questions. Do not be afraid to ask questions. Talk to your advisors. So many resources are available, but all you have to do is ask. That's the first thing you have to do. There's no shame in asking. Literally, I always email my advisors, like my criminal justice one, or like my like academic one, even my other majors one. I contact them all the time and I'm like, hey, I have a question. And they're like, yeah, what's up? Like, they know. And I think they like me. You know, I think I'm a people person. Depends on the person. That's literally what they're there for. That's their job, is to help us. I remember some of my advisors would be like, oh, you're actually really responsible for doing all of this, for asking questions and making sure like you're not confused and everything. And I'm like, I'm not responsible. I am traumatized. I need control in my life, and I need to know what I'm going to be doing before I do it. I need answers, and I'm not getting them by myself. Another thing about college, friends become your family. No joke. I think my roommate is the closest person I have in my life right now, except for like the friends that I made back home. Oh, that was an accident. Oh, shit. Nobody is gonna understand you as much as the friends that you make in college. They literally become your family. They understand you more than your actual family. They like witness what you're going through, and they feel for you, and they try to help you in every way they can. And I think it's important to keep an open mind, especially when you're going into college, because you meet people of different backgrounds and different experiences, and you never know like the bond that you're going to create with them, especially while you're still learning and adulting at the same time. I feel like what so many people fail to remember is that we're all in the same fucking boat right now. We all don't know what's going on. We're all trying to like get our degrees and get out of here and pay back the money that we owe for the school. But like, don't be like intimidated to meet new people as well. I almost forgot one really important thing that my old boss told me about college. Professors like when you challenge them. At least that's what she told me. I've never really challenged my professors because like, you know, they're like scary white men, like old white men that work for like jails. So I'm trying to keep myself safe over here. And that's actually really true. Like, professors are paid to teach you. Like, they wouldn't care if they didn't care about their students and for them to be able to get like a good grade and a good education. So it is important to ask questions while you can. Just ask your questions. Don't be scared. Don't be intimidated at all. That's pretty much it. I don't really have any more advice to give or to share. Somebody told me it's so important to brush out your curls, and I completely agree. I did this in like a matter of like maybe like 20 minutes. So it's not going to be the best, but you know what? It's something. I think it looks somewhat decent. Kind of. Maybe not really. As of right now, I'm running late. Oh, speaking of running late, don't run late to your classes. Your professors will get really mad at you. Not mad, but they'll give the impression to be like, oh, the student does not want to be here. No, I kind of really don't, but I'm paying for it, so at least I'm here. Okay, now that's all the advice that I have. I need to put on my shoes. It is snowing outside. That's nasty. How is it gonna snow? I think this is discrimination. I think I could sue, but I'm not going to because I don't have the money for that. Well, this was fun. I haven't filmed in a while, so I missed this. I missed you guys, all 15 of you. So I will see you guys on Thursday. What Thursday? I don't know. Okay, so bye guys. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye.